Hello, welcome back. So today is a surprise. Follow along with me to find out what this template is going to make. So a template is for hand building in clay. So I cut out these parts, lay them on a surface of rolled out slab like these, and then cut them out and assemble them. So follow along and let's see what this makes. So I've rolled out a slab of clay to 5mm thick or half a centimetre. There is a free video to watch on how we do that on my YouTube channel if you want to go ahead and watch that first, if you don't know how to or if you haven't done one before. So this is the part of the template that we're going to do today. It comes in two halves because the PDF file doesn't give me room to add it as a whole for this size, so I've added it in two halves. So if you cut these two sections out and then sellotape them together following that line, and then that's ready to use. So let's jump on to the next part. So now you're ready to lay on the template on your slab. Make sure the slab is big enough, of course, and then we're going to cut out. I'm going to use my needle tool and then just follow around on the outside of the template, securing it with your fingers as you go, and do that all the way around. So let's jump onto that part. So now I've cut all the way around, take away the excess clay. I've got plastic underneath, as you can see, so it makes it so that the clay doesn't stick to the board. So take the clay away. Let's jump onto that part. So now we've taken the clay away, now it's time to mark the darts. I like to use my needle tool because it gives me a nice straight edge for these marks. So just go ahead and carefully trace through, without pushing through the paper, the marks. So I'm going to jump ahead and get onto the next section. So there we go, I've added all the darts, so now it's time to take the template off. So carefully peel it back. Find a loose edge and peel it back. And there we go, and you can see the darts there. So let's move on to the next section. Next section is to take away the darts, so just follow along in that line. Take each one out. And of course, because it's on the plastic, the clay won't stick. And go ahead and do all those. So there we go, we've cut out all those darts. So put this to one side and now do another one because we need two of these. So there we go, we now have two. So put these to one side and let's get on to the next section. These need to dry out a little bit so the clay firms up slightly before we start building. So let's use that time to work on the next piece. So the next piece we're going to work on is this. So this is what this one looks like. These are the darts at the top and this is the bottom. So I'm not going to tell you what it is because this is a surprise. So let's go ahead and cut out these. Same process again. Roll out a slab 5mm thick. So let's jump to that. So there we are. I've got a little slab there for this piece and then we need another slab for this piece. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this one out. Let's jump to that. So I've cut out and taken away the excess clay. Same again. Apply the darts just by tracing through the design. Don't go through the paper. Let's jump ahead and do all those. Taken all the excess clay away and I've marked in the darts. There we go, so now we're going to take away these darts one at a time. So let's jump ahead to that section. And there we go. So now let's jump onto this one. Same technique as before, clay slab 5mm thick or half a centimetre. Lay on your template and cut out. So let's jump to that section. Take your excess clay away and apply the darts as we did before. These are darts here, 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 here and here. So as we did before, use a sculpture tool just to imprint these darts to the surface of the clay. So let's jump ahead to that section. There we are, added the darts. Now it's time to peel back the template. And now cut out these darts using the same technique. So let's jump ahead. This section here can be a little bit tricky, so just take it carefully. Support it as you go. Don't want to distort this shape here. I'll show you how I do it. Make sure you follow the lines. There we go, like that. So this is what we should be left with. These two pieces here, and that's all we need for that section. So let's jump on to the next one. Same as before, slab of clay 5mm thick or half a centimetre thick. And then the next section is these parts here. So we need 2 of these and 2 of these. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out these 2. So let's jump ahead to that section. So there we are. Now I'm going to add the darts like we've done before on all these sections. So let's go ahead and jump to that. Once you've made your marks, then take away the template and let's get on to the next section. Next section will be to take away the darts as we've done before, so just follow the marks that you've already made and carefully remove that clay. So let's go ahead and do all of this. So there we go, that's what you should be left with. Now you've got to do that whole process again because we need another one of these and another one of these. So let's jump on to the next section. So 2 of each of these, don't forget that. So you can either print out the template twice so you've got enough, or just flip it over and use it again like I did. These are the template parts we have left. I always do the largest first. So as these are 2 similar sizes, I'm going to do this piece first. We just need 1 of these, so let's jump ahead to that section. Same theory again, 5mm thick or half a centimetre slab. Lay on your template and cut out. So let's jump ahead to that. And there you go. So peel off the template as we've done before, and we just need 1 of those like I've said. So pop this to one side and let's move on to the next parts. Same as before, 5mm thick slab or half a centimetre, however you work. We need 2 of these, so one side, and I'm going to flip this over and do the other on another slab of clay, but if you wanted to, you could print it out twice. Let's jump ahead to that. There we are. So I've cut that out, taken away the excess clay, and now I'm just going to add this dart. This is just for reference, so you can add that detail in. I'll explain later. We're not going to cut that section off, just this dart here. So add that, and then you can take this template off, turn it over and use it on another slab of clay if you want to, or print it twice like I said earlier. So let's just cut out this dart before we continue. 1, and make sure you can see 2, and take that clay away. And now let's jump on to the next section. So we're going to make another one of these. There we go, we have 2 of those, 1 left, 1 right. So now let's get on to the next section. So this is the last template part. I'll roll out a slab of clay as we've done before, 5mm thick, and then cut it out. So let's jump on to the next part. So there we go, that's the last section of template. So put this to one side with all the others. So now go to the next part of the video for assembly. See you all there.